and welcome. What we're going to do is we're going to look at the PowerPoint question that you may get. This is actually from one of the mock exams that you may do online. So this is called creating a presentation task 2. So let's just have a look at what it asks us to do. You've been asked by your manager to create a presentation for new staff. Download the following files from below, and you'll be able to do them. I can't do that here and show you, but I've downloaded them already. So company text, logo, and chart. Use a suitable IT application to create a presentation that is a title slide and 3 additional slides. So we know that that's going to be Microsoft PowerPoint. Copy all of the text from the file company text and paste it into your presentation. Organize the text across all slides. Okay. Make your presentation clear and easy to read by adding 3 formatting features. Add the company's logo to the title slide in a suitable position. Resize the logo appropriate for the presentation. Crop the logo to remove the words logo draft. Insert the chart into your presentation. Appropriately arrange the text and the chart on the slide so they are both clearly visible. Add the following title to your chart: customer breakdown. Save the presentation into your mock folder that you've done. So that's what we've got to do. So we've got to create a slide with some company text. So let's have a look and see what the company text is then. So here we go. This is the company text. There's the company chart and there's the logo. So let's have a look and see what happens. So when we download the company text, it comes up like this on a notepad, and we can see that really, let's get rid of that. We can see that it's broken down for us. We've got information here that can go on one slide, that's the title. We've got another slide there, that's the background. Got another slide there for customers. We've got another slide there for our staff. And then we've got another slide there that says we're looking forward to see you. That's like a goodbye one. So let's have a look and see what we've got to do. So what I'm going to do is just highlight this bit here. Russ Brothers, established 1990, and I'm going to open up Microsoft PowerPoint. And at this particular stage, you could use a theme, but I'm just going to use a blank presentation. So blank presentation. And here we go. I've got click to add a title. Well, because I've copied that Russ Brothers there, I'm now going to press Control and V. No, I've not copied it there. That's bad of me. So here we go. Do that again. Control and C. Go back. Control and V. And there we go, Russ Brothers. What happens is, depending if you have copied it in, this text may be quite big. And if it's big, all we need to do is we can left click. So if I click this text box, we can see I've got the golf balls. My cursor now moves to the cross and the arrow, and I can just left click there and drag it around to where I want. Okay. Now I'm going to go back to my text. Welcome to Russ Brothers Tiles and Flooring. Copy that. And I can put that in there. And I could change them around if I wanted to. I could put that as the title. I'm not bothered. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a new slide. So I'll go back and have a look at what this is. So background. So I've got some background in there. So I'm going to highlight the background. Control and C, because I'm going to put that into my title. I'm going to go new slide and I'm going to select title and content. And there we go. I'm going to click to add the title and then the background. Go back to my text. Russ Brothers. Highlight that there. Control and C. Copy that in there. And it automatically puts them in bullet points for me. It's put an extra bullet point in there. So I'm just going to delete that. Okay. Now I can add a new slide. I can click there after this slide here and then just press the enter button and a new slide will come up for me. Or I can just do a new slide like that by going on the new slide. Back to here, customers, Control and C, and there are other ways of doing this. Copy that in. We can then highlight, we have all the customers, copy, go back, okay, a new slide. And what I'm going to do is I'll show you how I can copy all of this, our staff there. Control and C, put that into that. And then our staff, I'm just going to highlight that and move that up to there. Okay, so we've got that. And then we need one more slide for the end. We look forward to seeing you. You could put that on the our staff at the end, and that's fine. You could put that on there, but we're going to add a new slide. And we're just going to put title only. Okay. We look forward to working with you. Okay, I will put that there. So we've now copied our information in. Let's go and see what it wants us to do next. So we've got a title slide and 3 additional slides. Copy all the text from the company file and paste it into your documents, organize it across all the slides. So check, we've done that. And we're doing that, okay. Make your presentation clear and easy to read by adding 3 formatting features suitable for your presentation. So formatting features could be the text, different styles, bullet points. We're going to put a theme on it as well. So that's what we're going to do now. So let's have a look here. I'm going to click on Russell Brothers there, and I'm going to move up to this design tab. Click on design, and I get some different features come up. So let's just have a look. I can just choose any of these designs I'm going to use. Let's have a look. That one's no good because it's got that. Let's get rid of that one. So I'll go back. I'm going to choose one that's all right. No. Let's just choose one, a simple one. There we go. And we can see now that it's moved this over. So I'm going to select that. And I'm just going to move it back a little bit. I'm going to get rid of the design feature because you may not have the design feature. This, I'm going to make that a little bit bigger. Okay, maybe change the color. Okay, so we've done that. There we go, background, we've got that, that's good. Okay. And we've used different fonts up here, so that's okay. We can, if we want to, we could add transitions. So I could just select that slide, press Control and A, and now all of these are selected. And then what I could do is go to transitions, and then I could put fade. And then what that means is that each slide as you then present will move across. So if I click on this button here, and then use my page down button or the left mouse button or just a down button, we can see that we're fading across for each one. Okay, and press the escape button now, and we can see that we've got a little circle or a little star on there. It says play animation, and then we can see what happens when we do that. Now on there on this background, because these are bullet points, what I can do is I can select these, go to animation, and then click appear. And what will happen is now these slides, these bullet points will come up one after another. So if I play the animation, it does that. But if I move up to the start from beginning, and then watch what happens now when I move to the next slide. We can see that the background's there, but then when I press my mouse button or my page down button, the down arrow, each of the bullet points comes up one at a time. Okay, and I can add that to each one if I want to. It doesn't ask you to do that, but you can do that if you want. So we've now done some formatting. we've done different colors. Let's have a look and see what it asks us to do. So we've done that. Okay. Add the company's logo to the title slide of your presentation in a suitable position. So let's go back to the downloads. There's the company logo. Double click that and it will open up. Now remember, I need to right click on this logo, click copy. I'm going to close that down, go back to my presentation. I'm on the title slide there, and then I'm just going to press Ctrl and V. And we can see it's in the wrong place. So I'm just going to make it maybe a little bit smaller. And then maybe just put it back. I'll put it there or there, wherever I think it's right to do. So I've put the logo in. All right, so let's see what it wants us to do now. So we got that one. So add the company's logo. Good. Resize the logo appropriate presentation. Good. Crop the logo to remove the words logo draft. All right, how do I do that? Well, if I double click on the picture format bar comes up, which is this here. On the right hand side, it says crop. So if I just click on crop now, we can see that I get these thick black lines come up. And watch what happens when I move to the middle one. You can see there's like an image. The cursor's changed to that shape there. If I just left click, move it across, we can see that I can delete or crop that image there. If I just click off it, we can see that I've cropped that image there. Let's go back, look now. I've done that. Okay. Insert the chart into your presentation. Appropriately arrange the text and the chart on the slide so that both clearly visible, one marker. All right, okay, so this is, we need the customer chart. So you could put it on its own slide, but I think they want you to put it on the same slide as the customer information. So I'm going to right click that, copy, close that down, go to my customer information. And then what I can do, because this is a big box at the moment, I'm just going to move that out of the way and I'm going to left click and then move that box. It's a little bit smaller because what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my chart over here. Okay, so I'm going to press Ctrl and V and my chart's coming. So I'm going to make that a little bit smaller. And there we go. So I've got my chart there on that. Move that. Good. Okay. Let's see what else it asks us to do now. So insert the chart into your presentation. Properly arrange the text and the chart on the slide so they're both clearly visible. Well, yeah, that's clearly visible. What I did is I moved that so that it could be visible like that. Okay. Now what we need to do is add the following title to your chart, Customer Breakdown 2020. Okay, Customer Breakdown 2020. So I'm going to go to Insert. I'm going to insert a text box there. And you see how my cursor's now changed. I'm just going to left click and then create a box there. And then going to write in it, Customer Breakdown 2020. Okay, I can make that, I can move that down. Because the box is selected, I'm going to go make it bold. I could make it a different color. Let's make it green so it stands out like that. Put it in the center of the box. And I'm happy with that, yeah. Okay, I'm happy with that. Customer Breakdown 2020. Add the title Customer Breakdown. Okay, so, no, wrong bit there. So add. So I've done that bit. And now save the presentation. What I'm going to do is I'm going to save it in File, Save As, Browse, Downloads. and I have to save it as presentation. So it's in downloads. I'm going to call it presentation and then click save. Then I would upload it so we can see that we've got our presentation that we've done over a number of different slides. Okay, let's just have a look at the marking guide just to make sure it asks us what we're going to get marks for. So we get marks for copying all the text across over 4 slides. Okay, we get a mark, 1 mark if only if the text on less than 4 slides. So we've got to do 4 slides. 1 mark for each formatting feature, so heading, standout, bullet points, borders, design theme, suitable color of font sizes. Okay, so it's interesting you don't get any marks there for the transitions or animations, but I think that might be a formatting thing, so I may more than likely might give a mark for them because it's formatting. 1 mark for inserting the company logo on title slide, 1 mark for resizing the logo, 1 mark for cropping the logo, 1 mark for inserting the chart into your presentation, chart inserted on same slide next to information about customers, 1 mark for appropriately arranging the text and chart on the slide so they're both clearly visible, 1 mark for a title to the chart above either or below the chart, 1 mark for title above added to chart. Yeah, okay, good. So that's the marking guide for that. So hopefully that has given you an idea of what we need to do for a presentation. Cool.